Hi everyone, it's Mr. Hurst here. I hope you've been having a great summer and enjoying the weather. I just need a couple of minutes of your time just to go through a couple of changes that you're going to see at school when we start back in a few weeks. By now, via parent pay or through the post, you should have received a letter outlining the plans for how school is going to reopen in September. It'll give you the date and the time of your first day back in school. It's very important that you look at the information on the letter and the student guide, as well as watching what I'm going to go through in the next couple of minutes. So as you can see, I'm here on the corner of West End Park, which might be an area that you're unfamiliar with. This is where we need you guys to come into school, and these are the bus gates. Now please don't worry, there aren't going to be any vehicles coming up and down here whilst you're coming into school and leaving school. So if you arrive on foot, you just walk up the path there. If you're arriving on bicycle, please get off just here and walk your bike up towards school. And if you are coming on a school bus, buses for the foreseeable future will be dropping off and picking up at the front of school on Turnsteads Avenue. So you guys, you will need to walk around past the mini roundabout and up the bus lane. So when you get to the top of the bus lane, you just need to follow the path round towards the restaurant corner of the building, and you'll be going in through the site services doors. So as you arrive at the school building, if you've come on your bike, we will have some bike locks here for you to lock your bike up. Once you've done that, along with everyone else, you'll make your way through the site services doors. Again, these are doors that you're probably not familiar with. As you enter school, you'll be met by your student support lead, and you will be required to sanitise your hands as you go in. The picture you can see now is an aerial photo taken from above, showing West End Park at the top, Turnsteads Avenue at the left-hand side, and the red garages peeking in at the bottom. This picture shows you your year group's route into school, and it shows you the approximate locations of the bike racks and also the bus stops on Turnsteads Avenue that will be for public buses and for school buses. So once you've sanitised your hands, you'll come into school and you'll go straight up your stairwell, which will take you up to the Year 9 yellow zone, and it's up there where you will have all your lessons. So the Year 9 yellow zone is located on floors 1 and 2 as shown in the diagram. So you are in the corner of the building. That includes the restaurant and the LRC. You must stay in your allocated zone, and it is vitally important that you do not pass into any other zone containing other students in other year groups. Now, to help you do this, doors will be closed, no entry posters on the doors, and we will also be adding some markings on the floor to prevent you from going into any other zone. If anybody goes into another zone deliberately, the consequences may well be very severe. So Year 9, I'm walking down the stairs from the LRC, from your Year 9 yellow zone. Now you will be using the restaurant for break and lunchtime. Now rather than walking straight into the restaurant, we'll need you actually to walk outside and around the back of the restaurant and in through the play area doors. So having left the site services doors, you'll walk along this path here, round the corner, and you'll be able to enter the restaurant through the doors that lead out onto the play area. So your year groups will be using the restaurant here for your break and lunch times. We will be offering a choice of foods, but it will be a reduced menu. The outdoor space that you will be able to use is marked here by the white line and also the red bins across the playground. It's very, very important you stay just in this area. At the far end of the playground, there will be another year group, another bubble, and it is vitally important that you don't go anywhere near them. So this area in the middle will be empty at all times, and you must not go into that area. So as you arrive to your teaching spaces and classrooms, you will find that in every space there is a cleaning station. As you enter the room and as you leave the room, you'll need to sanitise your hands, and you'll need to wipe down your desk or any other surface that you've been using. As you can see here, all the desks are facing forward, and this is the drama studio, believe it or not, but we've had to convert it to a classroom just to make sure that we can keep all pupils and zones separate. At the end of the school day, you will be dismissed from the site services doors, the same doors in which you entered during the morning. You will need to sanitise your hands before you leave, and then you will leave following the path round to the bus lane towards the corner of West End Park. Please do not congregate in large groups at any point whilst you're on the school site. So those are some of the changes that you're going to see in school when you return in September. Now the reason for those changes is because schools now have to follow the government guidance in response to the coronavirus. And the changes are in place really for your safety, the safety of staff, and also the safety of the wider school community. Now, when things change, it is always natural and normal to be a little bit nervous and maybe a little bit apprehensive about returning to school. But I do want to reassure you that this is still Whitcliffe Mount. We're still in the same building, largely the same staff. We've got a few new staff starting, but largely the same staff, and certainly you guys, the same students. So we are still very, very much Team Whitcliffe. So this pandemic hasn't just affected this country or our local area, it has affected the whole world. And many things are now a little bit different to how they were before. But I think if we show our true Whitcliffe spirit, if we work together, if we work hard, if we look out for each other, if we support each other, I think our school can come through this even stronger than it was before. We are really, really looking forward to welcoming you back to school so that we can continue to enjoy, to achieve, and to celebrate with you. See you soon.